Hello friends, welcome to Mobbis kitchen. Today in Mobbis kitchen we are making Galouti Kebab. But first, story time. This story is about a food-loving Nawab who lived in the famous city of Lucknow, the state capital of the glorious state of Awadh near the turn of the 19th century of then British India. The Nawab was the 10th and the last Nawab of Awadh, and his name was Nawab Wajid Ali Shah. Nawab Wajid Ali Shah loved food and especially kebabs. Unfortunately, he was getting old and he lost most of his teeth and the ability to enjoy his favorite kebabs along. So he called all the chefs in the region to compete in a competition of who can make the softest kebabs so he can enjoy kebabs without teeth. Legend has it that Haji Murad Ali, also known as Tunde, literally meaning one-armed kebabi, won the competition and earned the royal patronage by creating the softest kebab, which is to date known as Galouti Kebab, which means kebab that melts in your mouth. His shop Tunde Kebab is still in the same place in Lucknow. According to the legends, the original recipe included a secret blend of 160 plus spices in the ingredients. Even today, even the simpler versions are extremely elaborate and complex and include a blend of 100 plus spices and ingredients. If you ever happen to visit Lucknow, India, we encourage you to experience this extraordinary culinary masterpiece and pièce de résistance of the Awadh cuisine. Our recipe today is an extremely simplified version of the original Galouti Kebab. We have less than 10 ingredients as we wanted to make it easy for everyone to make and enjoy, and we guarantee the result first time and every time. So let's get started. To make Galouti Kebab, we will need 450 grams or 1 pound of 3 times minced beef, 2.5 grams or half teaspoon of garam masala powder, 2.5 grams or half teaspoon of red chili powder, 30 grams or 2 tablespoons of meat tenderizer. We're using kachri powder, but you can also use raw papaya paste as meat tenderizer in the same amount. $15 grams or 1 tablespoon of garlic paste, 15 grams or 1 tablespoon of ginger paste. Mix everything really well. Add salt to taste. Add toasted besan. 120 grams or 1 cup besan toasted in a pan until it has a nice nutty flavor. After mixing everything really well, leave your mixture in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour and allow the tenderizer to work. After 1 hour in the fridge, we're ready to make our kebabs. Because our kebabs already have fat in them, we will not add a lot of oil. We'll just add very little ghee in a pan. You can use olive oil, you can use any other cooking oil, and just enough to coat the pan where we're going to put our kebab. And in order to make this kebab, the traditional way is to just take a little bit of it and make it with one hand like that, and that's how you make it. It's very soft right now because of all the meat tenderizer and the consistency of the meat itself. And what you're going to do is just like a ball. You just make it small ball and then pinch it like this, and that is what the traditional shape of the kebab is. And you see these finger marks, that is the hallmark and traditional mark of this. I'm just going to take this. You use your thumb, make sure it's nice and consistent. You don't want a thick part or a thin part, you just want to make sure they're all same so they cook same, and you're not going to cook it on very high heat anyways. And then we're not going to cook it on very high heat. Once we are happy with the thickness of the kebab, just going to place it on our pan, and you see that mark, it stays there. That means the meat is so tender that it's not bouncing back. And we'll let it cook on low to medium heat. And don't rush it because it has to it's still raw meat. and it has to cook thoroughly for it all the way inside. So since it has been cooking on one side for 4-5 minutes almost, what you have to do is you have to be very careful while flipping it. It's extremely tender. What you have to do is you have to really take it to the other side and with support just flip it. So that's beautiful color, that's what you want to see. So we'll take them out in a plate. Once you have, make sure you don't get very hard crust on it. And cut some onions, add some of the coriander chutney, and it goes really well.